doing out there? Welcome back to another episode of the Katie Cat Good Game stream. I'm your host, Katie Cat. One of these days, I'm going to figure out how to do an intro. It's probably not today. How y'all doing? Last time I was here, I think I failed I had a date with Joseph. I totally flubbed it. Hi, Kat. Sorry to keep y'all waiting. You know, pre-stream, I try to wait out the first advertisement, honestly, and then start, so I don't get interrupted by it. I'm sorry if that's, like, the worst, and I'm sorry if that was the worst, too. Looks like we've got a group chat with Hugo and Damien. Am I up to anything tonight? Hugo and I were planning to go to the art walk downtown, and we're wondering if you would care to accompany us. I would normally write a letter longhand, but I've run out of distressed parchment paper. Whoa, why can I see Damien and Hugo's chat? Dog, you're writing this right into the chat. Am I a hacker? I don't have a hacker alias. The feds are gonna bust down my door any minute now. I gotta destroy my computer. Ray, this is a group chat. Oh, thank God. Do either of you guys know how to destroy a computer? You can run Derek's boot and nuke. Oh my God, this is like real. Derek's boot and nuke from startup flash drive. But once you've done that, it's best to physically destroy the platters altogether. That's a real answer. Derek's boot and nuke is a real program. The Victorians were well versed in information security. Ray, do you want to go see some art or not? Art is good. Let's go see art. Let's go see that art. I figure that's a pretty good call, right? We like art. Pay your bills early, or don't pay them at all. Damon and Hugo invited me to the monthly art walk in downtown Maple Bay. I've never really been to one of these before, so I'm not quite sure what I'm in for. I think I'm here a bit early. I don't see Damien or Hugo around anywhere, and I just feel a little uncomfortable standing among all these fancy art people. Ray? I turn around. It's Joseph. Oh, God. Joseph, what are you doing here? Joseph scoffs at me. What am I doing here? How could you ask me that? I'm obviously a huge art appreciatist. Okay, fine. Damien invited me to this art walk thing. I'm guessing he invited you too. Yep, admittedly a little out of my depth here. Oh, thank God. I thought I was going to be the odd one out. Are you allowed to say that? Say what? You know. Thank God. Yep, I actually get double points when I say it because I'm a minister. Isn't that how this works? The points get you into heaven. That's how it works. That's too much. Anyway, where are the guys? I look at spot Hugo and Damien, who seem to have just arrived at the gallery. Good eve. Oh. Evening, friends. Oh. Who's ready for some art? Art is dead. Nothing is real. That's an answer to piss off all three of these guys, right? Oh. I have no idea what I'm in for. Same. All you have to know is that if you're ever feeling overwhelmed, there's generally always a table that has free wine and cheese. I like art now. I've got that table in my sights. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go help myself to some tiny wine. Oh, I'm going in on the tiny wine. I think I need to cheese up before I delve into art appreciation. Me too, bud. Good idea. Appreciating art does burn a lot of calories. I gotta carb up on these crackers. Joseph and I sidle out to the snack table. There's a pretty nice spread of little plastic cups of white wine, some crackers, grapes, and cheese. This is more my speed. We eat a couple of cheese cubes in silence. These are really good.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't eat dinner, and I thought I could possibly just fill up on snacks if I'm sneaky about it. I already ate dinner, but I always have room for more cheese. I'm going in for more crackers. Cover me. I shield Joseph from the small crowd of mild-mannered art people milling around the room. I don't think anybody's paying attention. We should probably get back to Damien and Hugo.
Oh, yeah.
Right, let me just fill this cup with cheese first. For the road. Road cheese?
Oh, yeah.
The best kind. We leave the first gallery and walk a few minutes before we reach another one. This gallery is a bit more crowded. Huge paintings of, I'm not even sure, hang on the walls. Oh, geez. What am I looking at here? This is abstract art. I think the more important question is, what does this art mean to you? I stare at the painting, concentrating as hard as I can on its meaning. It's a butt. Everyone else stares at the painting. Yeah, that's definitely a butt. While a valid assessment, I feel like the artist was trying to make a different statement. Probably how much he liked butts. You are a servant of the Lord. We're all God's creatures, even butts. Comparing this piece to the artist's body of work, I'm pretty sure this represents the sense of isolation he feels creating traditional abstract artwork in a field that's rapidly moving towards digitization. Wow, how do you figure that? That's what it says on the placard. Oh. Let's take a look at a few more of these. We walk around the gallery, sampling some more of the artist's artwork. I almost hate to say it, but abstract art is kind of growing on me. It's interesting that the artist chooses not to let their work be defined by, what's the word, realism? Realism. As we're looking at one of the paintings, a patron scoffs loudly. Psh, I could do that. Excuse me? Hugo, not here. No, come back here. The patron walks away, not noticing Hugo, fuming right next to him. You say you could do that, but you didn't. You don't even seem to have the intellectual depth or the artistic skill to execute a piece even a fraction as impressive as this one here.
I'm not angry.
Art is the truest expression of the self, and it seems like your self is bad, so your art would be bad. Hugo's insult game isn't the best, but there's no denying his passion. Damien is holding him back at this point. Friend, he's not worth it. Hugo manages to calm down. He smooths his jacket. I'm sorry, I just love art very much. We know, buddy. I pat Hugo on the shoulder. You know what would ease the mood? Is it cheese? No. It's wine and cheese. Co-signed. The four of us head over to the wine and cheese table, which thankfully is grounded in realism and is actually wine and cheese. We got one last stop on the tour. You lot feeling up for it? Is it going to be any weirder than this?
Oh.
It's absolutely weirder than this. Let's do it. Damien, Hugo, Joseph, and I walk over to a performance in the street. Several masked performers in leotards undulate wildly on the ground, screaming, both at each other and us. So, quick question. Shoot. What is happening? I second the question. Performance art. What does that mean? Again, I pose the very same question to you, Mr. Goodgame. Fear of existence. What do you think they're trying to say? I believe it's less about what they're saying and more about why they're saying it. I think there's something special about performance art. With almost every other form of art, music, painting, photography, the artist uses their medium as a conduit for their emotions. With performance art, the medium is the artist. It is the purest expression of raw human emotion. It's art as catharsis. I actually really like Damien here. That is like really, really good assessment of performance art. Like, I'm not like much of like one for definitions and stuff like that. But Damien is absolutely correct. It's like a very good, like, that's beautiful, Damien. So what you're saying is, if I start making really loud fart noises right now, it's art as long as I, like, really mean it. Damien fixes him with a hard stare. Is Joseph blushing? I was gonna start making fart noises, but based on the look on your face, that joke isn't gonna play well with this crowd. Oh my god, Joseph is like 12, I swear. He's like actually 12. I also can't get my lighting right, and I'm obsessing right now. I'm sorry. This game really is too much. That seems weird. I'm sorry. I'm having like a problem. Lighting is very hard. Wise.
Oh.
We watch the rest of the performance as earnestly as we can and clap politely after the dancers scream their way off stage. Whew, I think I'm all arted out. Agreed. We all decide to walk home together. We make our way back to the cul-de-sac, tiny wine and tiny cheese sloshing around in my stomach. I think what I've learned tonight, and not just what I've learned about art, which was extremely nice and informative, but what I've learned tonight is that when you put a bunch of tiny wine and tiny cheese together, it eventually becomes regular wine and regular cheese, followed by too much wine and too much cheese. The tiny cheese lulled me into a false sense of security. I felt safe with the tiny cheese. Wax wings too close to the sun. Cheese wings? Those would melt in the sun too, and I feel like it's more appropriate imagery. Plus, it'd be delicious. A nice Emmentaler, possibly. Hey, if you guys were painters, what would you guys paint? I dabble in oils, and I mostly paint landscapes. I'm not very good, but it's a nice way to pass the time. I think I would focus on personal portraits of people in unique professions, like, for example, luchadors. I think I would paint boats, seascapes, maybe lighthouses, but mostly boats. Really?
Hey.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're choosing boats in favor of a long history of religious imagery and artwork. What? Boats are cool. What about you, Ray? Oh, tasteful nudes of the artist. Absolutely. We're going for tasteful nudes. Ray's tasteful nudes coming soon. Art is a money-making business. I know what sells. We finally get to the cul-de-sac. I really appreciate the developer of this choosing to base the location on a cul-de-sac. That's art. That's what art looks like. Alright, boys. Good art. Good art. Agreed.
Hey.
See you guys around? Whether you want to or not, we're all neighbors after all. I head inside to deal with my inevitable cheese over.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Alright, who's on the chopping block today? We don't have any new messages, I don't think. Joseph is funny. I like Joseph in a weird way. Because I can corrupt him, I think. And we want to corrupt Joseph, I think. Craig is funny. I like Brian. Robert's got a certain attitude that I think Ray would really like, honestly. Gun. Don't talk to me. I'm a grifter. My ideal date is grave robbing. What do you guys think? I think we're gonna talk to Joseph today. We're gonna go back in on Joseph. Nothing can beat reading in print. Grow your own vegetables. It's cheaper, I think. It's not. Take it from me. It's not. Give me like 1/2 second here. Screw it. It's been a long day of clipping coupons. Looks like there's a sale on Pox Brownie Mix. That reminds me. I wonder what Joseph's up to. I should see if he wants to hang out. Or if he wants to go to the store with me and use these coupons. Looks like he's online. Hey Joseph, wanna hang? It takes a moment for Joseph to respond. Ray, I hope you finally recovered from your brownie-induced coma. And I know I promised you a fun hang, but tonight I'm actually chaperoning a youth group mixer. Amanda's invited, of course. If you're not doing anything, you should come. And be a chaperone with me because I need the help. That's less nice. There's something a little weird about the mapping of this game because, like, the continuity is a little strange because I just went on the art thing with Joseph, and just had cheese, right? And the brownie thing was like the last date. So like it makes sense. Like the brownie hangover is one thing, but then we had cheese in between. So, but you can't expect the game to compensate for everything. Like when you have a branching story like this with like such an intertwined character set, it's hard to separate him and account for all that. I think for a moment. I'm a little bummed out, of course. I suppose I just wanted some me and Joseph time. Maybe to get to know him a little better. Oh, what the heck. My friend needs help. I type back. Buddy, if you need me, you got me. Just tell me where I need to be tonight. Joseph lets me know the details. It starts pretty soon. I should get ready. I knock on Amanda's door and peek in. Hey, Amanda, I'm about to head out. Where are you off to? Are you going to go extreme couponing? I'm actually going to go chaperone this youth mixer dance thing that's happening at Joseph's church. He says you're invited, but if you don't want to come, I'll cover for you. You know what? I'm down. Maybe I can make some new friends. That's a good attitude. But I'll have you know that I'm mostly doing this for the potential of free food. Thank you, Amanda. You get 4 daughter points today. Can I trade them in for a daughter lava lamp? Sorry, you only have enough daughter for a daughter spider ring or some of those daughter plastic jumpy frogs. I like those things. They try their hardest. It's inspirational. She's just like me for real. What does that say? Oh no! No! Oh my god, you didn't. No. Oh my god, Cat, are you fucking seeing this? Oh my god. I'm fucking crying right now. We arrive at the church to find that nobody's there. There are decorations and balloons and banners and everything, but no youths. I've been to a couple of dances in my life, and not that I want to paint myself as some sort of dance expert, but generally dances require people. And those people need to be dancing. All of a sudden, Joseph jogs up to us. He looks frazzled. You're here! Well, I need your help. Joseph gestures to the hand-painted banner above the church doors. Jeez, that one there? the one up there? That one? It reads, Jesus is coming. Yikes. Well, that's certainly a thing. God made all things, Amanda, except for the banner. Ernest made that. I genuinely can't tell if he meant that maliciously or if he just can't spell well. You know what else God also does? Forgives. He forgives teenagers and he never ever breaks their box mods. Not his vape! Are you gonna break Ernest's box mod? No, Amanda, that would be a sin. Not his vape, dude. You can't break a guy's vape mod, y'all. No way, dog. Don't break his box mod, dude. Don't do that. Oh no, dude. I think it's the one right after Sloth. Ray, I need your help getting this down before anyone sees it. I could swing that. Amanda, can you help? Physical labor, huh? Amanda begins rapidly scanning the mostly empty room, looking for an escape route of her own. I have to go set up the food. The food's already set up. I'm gonna do a final inspection pass on the food to make sure it's up to code. I'm gonna eat your food. Amanda's able to bolt away before myself or Joseph can get another word in. Whew, she can really book it when she wants to. Her father was a giant pair of legs. I dated some giant arms once. It turned out they were alright. You must have been devastated. It was an Armageddon. His fucking face right now. His face right now. I can feel that dad joke. I'll workshop it. There's a gem in there somewhere. I'm glad you're here, right? Are you enjoying my company, or did you just lure me out here for my strong arms and height advantage? A little of both. It's always something with you, Joseph.
Nice.
Something handsome and pious? You're not that pious. Debatable. You just alluded to breaking a child's vape pen. I would have lost the debate. You ready to do this? Let's make some magic happen. Magic isn't real, right? God said that. God was also a bush once. True. Joseph and I grab a stepladder and walk over to Ernest's banner. That turd Ernest had one final trick up his sleeve. Looks like this nightmare is stapled and taped 6 ways from Sunday. Of course it is. God said that. Any ideas? What happened to your strong arms and height advantage? I forgot about those. But I realized my oversized dad fingers are far too large to get leverage on the tiny staples. You got a hammer I can use to pry these off? Ray, this is a church. We get a little nervous around hammers. This is too full. This is too full of it. And nails. I'm kidding. We just don't have a hammer. But we have to hurry. The youths will be here in any moment, and I'll never hear the end of it if we don't fix this. Wait, I have an idea. I'd run to grab the marker that Ernest used to draw this thing and jump back on the ladder. We can't get it down, but we can send a different message. I only got one shot here. Let's do this right. Jesus is cumin. Jesus isn't coming. Jesus is calming. Well, calming might work. Jesus is calming. I'm able to turn the U into an A and an L somehow. It's a little tight, but it works. Well, that's true, I guess. Bask in his calming presence, Joseph. Relax. Crisis averted. Let's just hope the youths don't notice. Joseph checks his watch. The DJ should be here by now. Just then, the doors swing open and a man struts in with his DJ equipment. Oh, I like this guy. Wait, you're not the usual guy. What happened to Evan? Evan knew exactly when to play Cupid Shuffle. Hey, I'm not Evan. Evan sold all his DJ equipment to backpack through Europe, so I'm filling in for him. I do envy him, though. What I would give to drop everything and start over. Ha ha! Are you alright? Alright? I'm better than alright. I'm DJ Spin Master Quinn. He sighs heavily. I usually do trivia nights, but I moonlight on the ones and twos to give myself a sense of purpose in life. Is he okay? Well, you'll have to do. You have a playlist of fun songs that yous will like that won't inspire impure thoughts or tempt them to the dark side, right? The DJ thinks for a moment. Believe me, buddy, I got what you need. Oh, baby, you. Okay, you get set up. The DJ leaves. Sure, pick a water. Let's keep an eye on this one. He sounded like he was just gonna play Creep by Radiohead on repeat. Ouch! Yo. I'm a creep. After some time, kids from the community start filing into the dance hall. Some of them seem to notice our sign hack, but they don't seem to care. Most of the kids group off into tiny clusters, standing in circles and casting sideways glances at the other groups of teens. Man, I do not miss being a teenager at social functions. Hey, party people! Everyone in the room turns their attention to the DJ. DJ Spin Master Quinn coming at you with the sound that people want. We're off to a good start. This next tune goes out to all the ladies in the audience. Ladies, let me hear you say, yeah! A few half-hearted yeahs echo through the crowd. Alright! He sighs again. Man, it's been a heavy couple days. This next one's actually just for my wife, Sandra. I hope we can work things out. My little honeysuckle vine. The DJ plays Creep by Radiohead. No! Why you do this to me? I don't belong here! Amanda slides out to me. Pizza in one hand and punch in the other. Creep, huh? Bold choice for a youth group. Let's see where he goes with this. After the song finishes, he plays Creep again. Is the DJ crying? If you watch the kids really closely, you can see them cringe every time Tom York swears. There they go. Maybe we should do something about this. Joseph runs up to us. He's killing the vibe. They're listening to swears, sad swears. We have to do something. You guys should try to give him a pep talk. Maybe work him up to Everybody Hurts by R.E.M. Or at the very least, No Rain by Blind Melon. Golly jeez, get off my freaking playlist. Hey, AJ, what's up? What's up? Bird Story. What are we talking about? What are you talking about with the bird story? I know her, Kat. Actually, that's my niece. I'm genuinely asking what she's talking about. You want to help us cheer him up? Actually, I just saw my friend, Federico. Federico? He's from Latin. I didn't know you were taking a Latin class. I'm not. So he's from the country Latin? Yes, it exists. Don't Google it. You go, Amanda. It's fine. And she's gone. Joseph and I make our way to the DJ booth where Spin Master Quinn is having a quiet cry. Hey, bud. Hey, my dudes. How's the party jamming? The country Latin. It's, not? Oh, I'm sorry, fellas. I'm just taking a moment to find my groove. Gotta play the sad tunes to properly appreciate the bangers, right? Play the booty bumpers. It's what Jesus would have wanted. I want to know what AJ means here. What are you talking about, babe? Did you snap me or something? Are you talking about my YouTube from the other day? Cause, yeah, all that shit is 100% true. You know, speaking of, I actually, should probably check my email, but I'm gonna do that in a little bit. So, Joseph would want me to be nice to this person, but firm, right? So, it's probably not the booty bumpers. Should we just tell him that's not how it works? That's not how it works. Now, stop me if I'm out of line here, since I've never been a DJ, and I don't have any current plans to become one. But I don't think that's how it works. The kids come out to have a good time, and you gotta cool it on the sadness. Yeah, that's got Joseph. Okay. Hey, buddy, if you're having problems with... Joseph leans in close to me. What was his wife's name again? Sandra. If you're having problems with Sandra, I can help you too. I do counseling. It's my job here, and I'm very good at it. Oh, I don't know. I could tell that you're hurting. Nobody voluntarily listens to that much Radiohead on repeat unless they're really going through some tough times. Trust me, I know. It's not fair to be put on blast like this. This game puts me on blast too hard. Joseph places a hand on Spin Master Quinn's shoulder, who immediately collapses into Joseph's embrace, quietly crying. There, bud. It's gonna be okay. Thank you. I'll put on some dance hall anthems. You're the best, Spin Master Quinn. Really? I got so blasted just now. With another crisis averted, Joseph and I return to the dance floor, where Amanda's waiting with an ice cream cone. They have ice cream here. Good work, Amanda. How's it looking out there? Well, for a dance, there's not a whole lot of dancing. It looks like people are starting to bail, though. This is a disaster. Don't be so hard on yourself. This ice cream, top notch. I'm sorry for dragging you into this, Ray. Oh, wait. Oh, now I know. Now I remember what what she's talking about. Yes, that bird story is true. When my uncle lived with us in the spare room. Yes, he was an alcoholic. Still is, by the way. Hi, family. He had a bird that he did not care for very well, and its name was Ray Ray. So, even so when he moved in with us, the bird would squawk all the time and stuff like that. And so you'd hear him all the time, shut up, Ray, or this, shut up. Because, my dad's always yelling at him. Because he's... But, A, B, C, D, and E, yeah, that story's completely true. And when, my uncle was, going to rehab and stuff like that, we cared for the bird. And the bird got ill. And then he blamed us. The bird was very old. It was very old. Not my fault for what happened to little Ray Ray. I think I love that bird more than that guy did. I used to hang out with that bird all the time. I cared for it. So, if you want to fault, if anybody in my family wants to fault somebody for that bird, fault me. Go ahead. But I cared for it more than he did. True story. Back on topic. That story is fucking true, by the way. I'm sorry for dragging you into this, Ray. You and Amanda should just go home. I'm not going to make you stay here for the train wreck. It's not a disaster. We can still fix this. I suddenly realize what we have to do. Amanda, get out of here. I don't think you're going to want to be here for this. Or seen with me after this. Oh God, you're not going to. I throw my car keys to Amanda. I'll get a ride back with Joseph. Just remember me as I am right now. Not as what I'm going to become. Amanda nods. Nice knowing you, Pops. She runs out the door. Joseph, I'm going to turn it up on the dance floor. With luck, we can get these youths into it as well. Are you in or out? Joseph stares at me. He knows what has to be done as much as I do. See you on the other side. See you on the other side. Sorry, I've got here. Joseph and I walk out onto the dance floor in the middle of the room. The youths all stare at us, unsure of what we're doing. Time to get our groove on. Let's start them off easy and work our way up to the more technical stuff. Start with the lawnmower. Alright, let's rip start this baby. I start lawn mowing the dance floor. Joseph seems to respond to that and decides to mow another patch of grass on the dance floor. That's the stuff. I look around. Well, it looks like we've got everyone's attention. Alright, Ray, let's turn up the heat. Sprinkler. I pull out the classic, hand behind the head, finger pointed out, and I point it at and make eye contact with several of the youths in the room. I think that makes them feel uncomfortable, but I push past it and I start doing the sprinkler. Hell yeah. Joseph understands. We must water the lawn. We just came off the end of an imaginary drought and the grass is dying. Don't worry, imaginary grass. We got you. I look around to the youths. They're getting into it. Nice work, but we better pick it up or they'll lose interest quick. Oh, what's the Cabbage Patch? That's like... Oh, not the windmill. No hammers. No hammers. Or should we do the hammer slide? With that, like, yes hammer, no hammer. Please hammer, don't hurt him. That's in my top 10 albums of all time, by the way. I love that fucking tape so much. Played it to death. I wore that tape out. We're gonna do the Cabbage Patch. Take our arms and move them around in a circle, as I assume he would do in a cabbage patch. I look around to the youths. I think they like agriculture. They're not looking too lively yet, but we could still turn it around. I'll do the butter churn. What are you doing? Churning butter, obviously. That's basically the same thing as the cabbage patch. You gotta spice it up or we're gonna lose them. Time for the big finish. Oh, should we go for the unrehearsed backflip? Go too hard. Go too hard. I've seen plenty of people do backflips before. It can't be that hard, right? I bend my knees and throw my arms back. Joseph grabs me. Ray, don't you dare. I know I can land it. I am not letting you break your neck in my church. We are not insured for that. Joseph and I turn to the crowd of impressionable preteens and await their response. For a moment, the silence is deafening, but soon the kids explode into laughter and applause. Joseph and I share an ambivalent glance. Dads like us might not be the best dancers, but we're the best at embarrassing ourselves. The kids rush the dance floor, gleefully imitating our inept moves. I look around the room to see if we've convinced any of the youths to come dance. Nothing, just a bunch of kids staring at us. I guess we didn't capture their hearts. One of the kids yawns. Aw, shit. We blew it. I'm gonna have to organize a game so they don't start making out with each other. Thanks for coming, Ray, but I should take it from here. Damn! L. Daddy L. Damn. Joseph doesn't like us. We suck at this. We are not very good Christians. It's been a long day, and I'm not quite ready to sleep. Usually I feel this way when I mainline investigate TV until I mainline investigative TV until I pass out. But tonight I feel like it would just make me antsy, so I decided to take a relaxing stroll. Who are we gonna run into? Oh shit. Not Jim and Kim's again. After a bit of wandering, I find myself passing by Jim and Kim's. Being of legal drinking age and sound judgment, I decide to stop in. Sound judgment. We're at Kim and Jim's again. Typically, I try to limit my consumption of alcohol to try to set a positive example for Amanda, but I also feel a responsibility to play a role as a social agent of our community. And a watering hole such as Jim and Kim's is the perfect place to do it. Also, I desperately need a beer. Jim and Kim's is lively tonight. The patrons are milling about, and even Neil seems to be having a good time. Coming here was a good idea. As I reach to collect my beer, I see Mary at the end of the bar. She's not semi-ironically throwing herself all over anyone. In fact, she's alone. She looks sad. A pang of guilt shoots through me. Does she know? Is this because of me? Am I a homewrecker? I'm gonna go in. We're gonna play both sides of the issue. When I said that, I felt the hand of God choke me. I decide to say hello. I walk over to her booth. Is this seat taken? She still doesn't look up. I take a seat anyways, and she finally notices me. You. Okay, this maybe not have been the best idea. Hey. Having fun with your new best friend, Joseph? He's great. I'm so glad. I'm happy for you two. Mary, I never accuse you of anything uncouth, Ray. You're just having an innocent, very platonic time with my husband. A supportive friendship. You're a good friend, aren't you? Shit. She knows my game. She knows exactly what my game is. She's got my number, my credit card information, and the 3 digits on the back right now. Holy shit. I feel very accused. I'm anxious right now. I'm there when he needs me, Mary. Unlike some other people in his life. Shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That was a very bad thing to say. So you're an expert on my marriage now? Yeah, the only correct answer is really to apologize. But I really want to stir the pot. But it's going to get back to Joseph, so we don't really want to stir the pot. We don't really want to stir the pot because she's going to abuse Joseph when she gets home, isn't she? Really. It's an abusive type relationship these two seem to have, isn't it? There's something about Joseph, isn't there? I'm sorry. I can tell that you're having a rough time, and I just wanted to know you to know that it doesn't have to be like this. I don't want any hard feelings between us, Mary. Mary pauses. It's all messed up. I'm sorry.
Hey.
I'm sorry for us both. Mary pays her tab and strides out without looking back. Damn. Ooh, wow. I'm causing problems for Joseph at home. Oh, gosh. I feel like a bad person. I feel like a really bad person. I'm about to ready to pack it in. After a few bites of ice cream from the freezer, I turn off all the lights and walk down the hall to my room. I wonder if Amanda's still awake. That kid needs some sleep. As I pass her room, I hear a faint sound, but I can't quite make out what it is. I get a little closer. Is she crying? I knock gently on the door. Hey, Amanda? The crying stops. Not right now. Her voice sounds strained. She sniffles. I need to make sure she's okay. I open the door. Oh no, not Amanda. In the dark, I can see Amanda's outline in the middle of her bed, knees hugged up against her body. Is everything okay? I don't want to talk about it. I'm sorry, but I'm a parent. I have to press the issue. Did something happen? No, nothing happened. Go away. I have to press the issue. I'm a parent, Amanda. Get out! Okay. I quickly leave her room and shut the door behind me. Once it closes, I can hear her crying again. Wow. What has her so upset? She seemed fine earlier. She's usually so open with me. Did I do something wrong? Is she mad at me? I guess if she wasn't before, she definitely is now. I can't remember the last time she snapped at me like that. I have a hard time falling asleep, but when I finally do, I'm still thinking about Amanda. After a very long night of very little sleep, I roll out of bed and make myself a pot of coffee. Amanda should be up for school soon. Maybe she'll be willing to talk about what's bothering her. About 10 minutes before she's supposed to leave, Amanda comes out of her room, makes a beeline for the freezer. Morning, Amanda. Morning. She drops a frozen waffle into the toaster and slams the freezer door. She won't even look at me. So, anything big going on at school today? No. Okay. Do you need a ride? No. Do you want some coffee? Amanda pulls the toaster lever up and takes her still freezer burned waffle out before it's finished cooking. I have to go. Amanda picks up her bag and storms out. Oh, okay. I haven't seen her act like this in a long time. It's usually short-lived, but it always hurts. Hopefully this blows over and things are back to normal soon. I sit back at the kitchen table and look at a picture of Amanda and I hanging out on a wall. In it, I'm teaching her to ride a bike. Her face is a mixture of excitement and pure, unadulterated fear. I remember how determined she was. Every time she would fall off and scrape her knees, she would get up and try it again. Finally, I had to stop her because she was bleeding everywhere. Then she started to cry because she didn't think she needed bandages and wanted to keep trying. As I put the bike away, she just stood in the middle of the street and screamed. Then I took her for ice cream, and it was like nothing even happened. After giving it a bit of thought, I decide that if I force her to talk about it, I'm only going to make things worse, but I have an idea. I start rummaging around for ingredients. I hear Amanda walk in the door. Instead of heading for the kitchen like she usually does, she makes a beeline to her room. She's clearly trying to avoid me. What does Ray do for work? First of all, like, does Ray work, or does Ray just kind of, like, chill at home? Is Ray literally just chilling? Jay chilling? Hey, Pumpkin? What? Can you come in here for a second? There's a moment of silence. Yeah. I wanted to say sorry about last night. I'm just worried about you, kiddo. I get scared when I know something's wrong, and I get even more scared when I feel like I can't do anything about it. So just whatever it is, and you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but whatever it is, know that you have a dad in your corner who wants you to be happy.
Oh, no.
Honey, you know I'm bad with words, so I was hoping I could speak a language we both understand. I pull cake out of the refrigerator, and I place it on the table. Hopefully, the frosting has set by now. Ta-da! Dad. It took me a really long time because I ran out of red frosting somewhere around sad and had to start over. And, Dad, this is beautiful. Sorry you're sad, but I support you 100%. See? So everybody just needs a dad in their life that does this. Alright? My life would be so much better if my dad made me a cake like that. But instead, he told me to go fuck myself. It's strawberry. Amanda gives me a big ol' hug. I grab some plates and forks and serve us up some delicious cake. So, it's really stupid. What is? This whole thing. I know I've been really weird lately, and there's just... I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like I have to might make you a chart. I'm listening. Do you need me to take notes? I guess I should start from the top. So, you know Emma R., and she's going to that fancy art school in California, right? Emma R. Ah, crap. Emma R. is the best friend. You got it. Wow, proud of you. Anyways, ever since she got acceptance letter, I've been feeling like she's drifting away, you know? And she's been spending a lot more time with Grace and Emma P. And I just thought it was all in my head for a while. But then I found out from Rosie M. that both of the Emmas, Grace, Noah, and Noah, all went to a party at Mackenzie F's on the same night that they all told me they were busy studying for the Calc AB final. Okay, this is going to be on the quiz. Grace and Emma P. went with Emma R. and Noah to Mackenzie's F on the same night they told me they were busy studying for Calc.
Oh.
So, another important piece of information is, God, that's embarrassing, but I have a crush on Noah, and that's a thing. What? Oh, I had no idea. I definitely didn't know that. Okay. You're a bad liar. So are you. I learned from the worst. Anyway, the only person I told about that crush was Emma R., and she promised not to tell anybody. I didn't confront them about the party thing because I didn't want to start drama. So I just keep quiet and keep going about my business. Amanda sighs. And then one day I invite everybody out to get nachos in the mall, and after not texting me back for like 2 hours, even though none of them ever put their phones down for more than like 60 seconds, they all say they're busy like simultaneously. So I tell them, never mind, I'll just eat nachos at home, right? But we're like out of chips, and I really wanted nachos. It's totally understandable.
Ugh.
So I go to the mall anyway, and I go to the food court, and who do I see there? But Grace, Emma P., Emma R., and Noah, all hanging out together and eating nachos without me. What? It gets better, and I'm standing by the escalators watching them, and I realize that Noah has his arm around Emma R., which is kind of weird, right? But then they kiss! No! Yes, I know! So I storm over there, and I'm like, hey! And Grace drops a nacho on her shirt, because of course she does, and Emma R. just glares at me. Grace, nothing is coming up. I don't know who that is. Grace is the... The boring one? Well, yeah, but that's not the important part. Grace is the one that nobody really likes, or I guess that's me now. But anyway, nobody will say anything, and I'm just like, you guys suck. Which I realize is not the most eloquent thing to say. But I was really angry and embarrassed, and I wanted to get out of there. So I left, without nachos, might I add, which only further contributed to this shitty day. And I immediately drafted super long texts to the group chat asking them why they've been so weird. And I wrote another one to MR, asking how long the Noah thing's been going on. And sorry, I know that's a lot. Are you still following? And what did MR say? Oh, okay, get a load of this. MR says, you know what, let me just read it to you. Amanda pulls out her phone and reads, word for word, an arduously long string of text messages. Can you believe that? I can't believe that. I care so much about Amanda's social life and mental well-being, but man, do I not understand what she's talking about. I understand what she's talking about. Come on, Ray, Jesus Christ, get your shit together. I'm following perfectly fine. This is some serious fucking deal. Ray, get it together. Can't you see how upset Amanda is? I'm trying my hardest to be supportive. They were dating in secret for like months. So I told her that she's been a really terrible friend. And I'm like, well, if you think I'm so terrible, then just stop being my friend. And I'm like, okay. And she left me on red. And then, wait, left me on red? What's that? Oh, like, she saw my message and didn't reply. And I know because there are red receipts. I didn't know what red receipts are, but I'm just going to nod and pretend like I understand. Gotcha. So while this is all happening, I'm talking to Emma P about how mad I am because at least she's being kind of reasonable. And I'm venting to her about how pissed I am at everybody and stuff. Continuing. And then out of nowhere, Noah texts me and is like, how could you say that about me? And I'm like, say what about you? And he tells me that Emma P sent screenshots of everything I told her to the group chat that I got kicked out of. Alright, I think you lost me at screenshots, but that definitely sounds bad. There's so much more, but honestly, it's all just really stupid teenager stuff. The bottom line is that everybody dropped me, half my grade hates me, and now I have no friends. Amanda, I'm so sorry. I almost expected it from everyone else, but Emma R's been there since Dad died. I can't believe she would just stab me in the back like that. I'm not even mad that she's dating Noah, I'm just upset that she lied to me about it for so long. Amanda stabs at the remnants of her cake. Okay, I take it back. I'm kind of mad she's dating Noah. Like, what did I do wrong? Why did everyone just suddenly decide I'm not cool anymore? Why wasn't I enough? I don't understand. As mad as I am at everybody, like, I miss them, Dad. Amanda looks so dejected, I almost can't take it. What could I possibly say? Anyway, that's it. That's the whole sordid tale. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week for more hot gossip. Wow. I know, it's pretty dumb. It's not dumb. No, it's a stupid thing to be upset over. Amanda, your feelings are real. Don't ever be mad at yourself for having feelings. I guess. Unless you've secretly been a robot who's been approximating human feelings this whole time. Dad, if I was a robot, I would have transformed into a monster truck a long, long time ago. But seriously, I know you probably don't want advice, but I feel like it's my duty as Dad to bestow upon you a few nuggets of fatherly wisdom. There's several answers here. Not all friendships last forever is a shitty answer, honestly. It's true, but it's not really a good answer. Real friends don't do that is kind of a hard thing to hear right now. High school sucks is universal, but probably won't really help. You know? All of these are kind of like, high school sucks. Honey, high school sucks. You can't make friends with people just because they're there, while you're still living in your hometown. It's a pretty small pool of people to choose from. But once you go to college and once you get out into the real world, you're going to be exposed to all sorts of people, and it's going to be easier to make friends with people who really get you. Some of those friendships can last a lifetime. I mean, look at me and Craig. And some of them only last a little while, and that's okay too. You're going to make so many new awesome friends at art school. Ultimately, I think that says way more about their character than it does about yours, because you're amazing, and if they can't see that, that's their problem. That was good dad advice. I'll keep that in mind. I looked down at the table. Did we just eat that whole cake?
Huh.
Yes, we did just eat that whole cake. Well, good talk. Amanda gets up and goes to her room. Before she closes her door, she turns around. Hey, Pops. Yes?
Ah,
Thank you. You're always welcome. I love you, Amanda.
I love you too,
I
Dad.
love you too, Dad. Aw, what a good moment for these two.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Oh, no. Me? Ray, listen, this is you from the past. How'd this happen? I think you're trying to reply to this because I know myself, but this is an automated message from you earlier this morning. It was when it was socially unacceptable to go out and buy ice cream. I forgot I did that. I forgot how I did that as well. The future is amazing. Listen, life is short and ice cream should always be acceptable, but this is not the society that we live in. And it's less the society we live in and more me projecting my own anxiety about being judged onto others, but you know what I mean. By the time you're reading this, it's a certain time of day in which nobody will bat an eye at you for going out and buying ice cream. You know what to do. Be good, me. Oh, hell yeah, I'm going to get some ice cream. You know what? I've earned a treat. Dads when they want a little treat. Dads when they've ventured outside of the house for more than 15 minutes. I need a little treat. You know what? On the way home, I decided to stop off and grab some ice cream, which I fully plan to eat directly from the tub. I spend a lot of time trying to figure out just which type of ice cream I'd like to eat directly from the tub. Rocky Road, pistachio. Oh, Amanda's probably going to want some too. But I get 2 tubs. She loves cookie dough ice cream, right? Hey, mister. I turn around to see Ernest, leaning up against the wall of the convenience store. Ernest? You're cool, right? I'm so cool. I'm shocked you even have to ask, dude, Meister. Oh my god, I asked the wrong person. Can you just help me out? Help you out? There's no fire involved, is there? Just clouds. So if I give you $20, will you buy me e-liquid? Real? Oh my god. That was me. That's what I looked like before I transitioned. For those of you who are curious. That was me. He's just like me for real. E will save her. Ernest, what's e-liquid? It's like Gatorade, you know, electrolyte liquid. I'd get it myself, but I'm banned from here for trying to run a grift on the cashier. Classic fiddle game, you know the deal. Oh, if you're talking about balanced electrolytes, then I got you, little buddy. And I didn't know you played the fiddle. Just ask the clerk for blue cran raz apple vortex. He'll know what it is. Yo, that's like up my alley. Like the blue raz was my oh my god, why am I so called out? I do not smoke nicotine or vape anymore. I quit that stuff like half a year ago. I do not condone the use of nicotine. Don't smoke, really, and do not ever buy e-liquid for minors. Okay, it's bad. It's bad for them, and it forms habits that will ruin like good portions of their life, not their whole life, but it'll fuck with them for a while. Unless you really hate children, then don't do that. Don't. Don't. Just, I'm not a lawyer. This is too real. I pick up a tub of pistachio ice cream for myself. That's funny because that's actually Ray's favorite. That's just funny coincidence, isn't it? And a tub of cookie dough for Amanda. Wow. I search around for some blue Crazen Void Starer, but I can't seem to find any. I turn to the cashier. Say, where's your finest e-liquid? Behind the counter. You got an ID? First of all, my daughter's older than you. Second of all, I'm flattered. Switched shampoo recently. Is that taking some years off? Look, you need to be 21 to buy vape juice. Your hair doesn't look a day over 20. Wait a minute. Are you trying to butter me up to get me to buy more ice cream? Because it's working. I glance outside and spot Ernest staring at me. Double wait a minute. So you're telling me that e-liquid is not a sports drink? It's for vaping. Ernest is watching us intently through the window. I better go give that kid a piece of my mind. I say, okay, look, I'm going to pretend that you didn't try to trick me into buying you the old Baphomet's cough syrup and then go inside and try to purchase my ice cream. I won't tell your dad if you promise to scram. And stop vaping. You'll get popcorn lung. That's true, dog. Actually, I'm not sure if popcorn lung is real. But you know what is real? This is a very real drug PSA right now. Right now. We're going to have a real drug PSA right fucking now. Alright? Nicotine blocks the estrogen receptor in your body. So this is extremely important for women and those who are on, gender affirming hormones and anything like that. Nicotine harms your body in more ways than just that, but tobacco, nicotine, vaping, all this shit is really bad for your health. Any addictive habits, habit forming chemicals and stuff like that. Be careful what you put in your body. All right, I understand a life where you might feel like you need those things, but be careful what you put in your body. Seriously. You could be doing irreparable damage. What if I give you $25? Go home, Ernest. As I'm walking back inside, Ernest calls after me. You can get popcorn lung from what? You can get popcorn lung from microwave popcorn? I no longer trust this child, but the mere notion strikes fear into my heart. You can get popcorn lung from actually inhaling many aerolized oils, aerosoled oils. You can get popcorn lung from like engine exhaust. It's pretty dangerous. It's bad. Anything that's not like the proper mixture of oxygen, especially if it's got like oils in it, like it's an aerolized oil, that gets into your lungs and it really screws up your bronchial receptors. You know what I'm talking about? The stuff down in here? You know what I'm talking about. The little hairs and the fibers and stuff. It's bad. That's really bad. And vaping will do that to you. I go back inside to complete my purchase with a good cashier. Thank you, kind sir, for your time and generous hair compliments. You got it, bub. I glance out the window a while to see Ernest still outside. Looks like he's talking to some other poor sap. I guess I should go outside and save this guy some grief. Wait a second. That's definitely a cop. Oh, boy. I grab my tubs of ice cream and bolt outside. Ernest is already face down on the hood of a squad car. Ernest, did you seriously just try to get a cop to buy you e-liquid? Do you know this kid? I'm friends with his dad. Yeah, we live in the same neighborhood. I know his dad. Listen, he's a good kid, and I'm this boy's father. I turn around and see Robert walking up the street and towards the convenience store. Ernest, what are you doing? I want a lawyer. First of all, good first instinct. Remember, you're not required to answer any questions from police officer without a lawyer present. You're this boy's father? Yes, sir. Ernest likes to lash out at me like this ever since the accident. Oh, I don't like talking about it. That's fine. Robert gets a wistful twinkle in his eye. It all started 7 summers ago. My hair was long then. New metal was still in style. Fuck you. dating this game from like 2018, 7 years ago from then is like 2011. That's right around the time that Korn album came out that nobody liked, but only I did. I fuck with that album, and anybody else, tune out right now. Alright? If you're not messing with Narcissistic Cannibal, you know, that whole pathototality type, that album was awesome. Screw you. Shut the hell up, Robert, alright? Friendship over. Yeah. Korn is not exactly all new metal, but that album, well, some of their new stuff really is. You know, they had like good, like hard driving, like, you know, good grungy stuff. And I like their new metal phase too, you know. I saw them live at Bonnaroo this year. They blew my freaking eardrums, dog. What a great show that was. Oh my god, I've never had energy like that in my life. And they played Freak on a Leash, Twist, they played Twisted Transistor, all the good stuff, you know, all range. And John Davis still has throat, man. John Davis still has that throat. He's the real throat goat. I tell you what. Yeah, I went to Bonnaroo this year, and it was a blast. I went with my dad and my stepmom, and it was right before I came out, mostly. And I was starting to dress a little differently, and that's when questions started to arise with my parents. I went to the Pride Parade there. It was a great time. Bonnaroo is great, but Live Nation sucks. Live Nation, the organization that now controls that show, sucks. This is a tangent, I know. Y'all love me for my tangents. That's the point of the show, right? Korn was great. The Korn was so good. John Davis was so on. Mosh pit and everything. My ears were ringing. I saw 070 Shake. Really good artist. I love her so much. I went out at like 1 a.m. for that. There was a lot of good stuff that happened at Bonnaroo. It was a good time. 666 Mafia. Kendrick Lamar. How could I forget, right? That show was fucking awesome. Lil Nas X was there. That was a great show too. I love them so much. Yeah. Anyway. New metal, I fuck with. Screw you if you're not about that one Korn album that they did with like Skrillex and Kill the Noise and stuff like that. You don't know what you're talking about, alright? That's good music. And just shut the fuck up if you disagree. Period. Back on topic. This whole sentence here is a it all started 7 summers ago. My hair was long then. New metal was still in style. Ernest now we're down in the Florida swampland scavenging for... Sir, I can leave you to take it from here. Sounds good. Thanks, officer. Ernest, come along now. You'll be cleaning grout from the rain gutter for a week thanks to this transgression. Police officer gets in his car and drives off. I'm stunned by how cool Robert was just there. Thanks. I want to say Richard? Ouch. Don't mention it, Hemingway. Got in trouble plenty of times in my life. Just trying to do my good deed for the day. Will you buy me e-liquid if I give you $20? Child, I will end you. Hey, Ray, will you walk Ernest home with me? Sure. Child, I will end you. Ernest runs ahead, presumably so he won't be seen with us, which is a thing I think kids do. He reminds me a lot of myself when I was his age. Well, maybe I wasn't as dumb. Seems like he tortures his dad. Seems like he tortures just about everybody. He stole your wallet. What? No, he did. I pat my back pocket. I pat the rest of my pockets. He stole my wallet. Why are you doing this to yourself? What? Robert points at my tubs of ice cream. One of them's for Amanda. I have no qualms with the quantity of the ice cream you've purchased. It's a perfectly respectable amount of ice cream. It's the quality I'm talking about. You work hard, right? You're a good dad. And don't you think you deserve top shelf ice cream? Well, these were on sale. If you're going to treat yourself, you go big or go home. Real vanilla bean, real pistachio. You deserve it. We arrive at the cul-de-sac and Ernest runs into his house. That boy is the reason we don't have prizes in cereal no more. Oh my god! That boy is the reason we don't have prizes in cereal no more. Oh my god. Catch around, right? Robert tosses me my wallet. I catch it with a surprised look on my face. Stole it back. Keep it in your front pocket. Use a chain back in your ska days. Smell you later. You know, this is funny. Side tangent. I go on another side tangent. While I was at the DMV the other day, and I was getting kicked out, by the way, while we were sitting and waiting for like 4 hours for them to process my stuff, a guy came in. He was getting a new license printed because he loses his every 6 months. He said he loses his wallet all the time. And he very recently lost his wallet yet again. And he was laughing and joking with another gentleman there who's a little hard of hearing. And the man eventually said, you know, that's why you keep your wallet in your front pocket, and you know, so you won't lose it. Oh my god. So yeah, Robert saying that like with the accent I hear him with. Yeah, so that guy can get a replacement wallet every 6 months because, you know, but I can't get one to follow my birth certificate or anything. Isn't it a great world we live in? I go back inside my home, ready to spend the rest of the night with 2 tubs of ice cream, and also Amanda.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Ah, we got one more date. We can do one more. I think just out of curiosity, I want to continue to chase Joseph. Just because, like, I'm interesting. Uh-oh. Hold on. So, this might be kind of serious. This is going to be, like, what we finish on today, I guess. I really want to see Joseph again. But after that weird encounter with Mary, I don't know. He's my friend, right? I should be able to hang out with him and it not be weird, right? Right? The computer pings at me as a message flies into my inbox. It's Joseph! Hi, Ray, we should hang out. Like, actually hang out. No manual labor, no impromptu therapy with sad DJs, no kids, just you, me, and the open ocean. Wait, how are we gonna get on the open ocean? Can you just give me a second? I'm sorry. I'm having a moment. Oh no, that's bad. I don't want that. That's too dark. I'm sorry, I feel like my camera is so dark. Is that just me? I keep looking over and I feel like there's no light. I have so much lighting on me right now. Is that too bright? It seems like it might be too bright now. I'm sorry. I should have saved this for a BRB, but we do everything live on this channel. Can we set this to auto? Not really. What is the gamma? I turned up. Screwed everything up. What's the gamma? Shit. Oh no. Okay. That seems a little better, right? Probably not. Maybe it's about where I started. Whatever. How are we going to get on the open ocean? How are you going to get on the open ocean, you might ask? Good question. Whoa, precedent. If you're interested, I'll meet you down by the marina, and we can check out the goods, if you know what I mean. I mean my yacht. Let me know. Alright. Joseph owns a yacht? I'm as surprised as you are.
Oh, no.
You've been holding out on me, your only daughter from whom you love. What did you think about having me as a father? Oh, I'm sorry. That's better. What, did you think that having me as a father would somehow afford you the fringe benefit of getting to go on a yacht?
Huh?
What else did it get me? A healthy upbringing, paying for your college, not a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, but what if I had that exact same upbringing in a healthy environment, but I could also go on a yacht sometime? Relax, kiddo. Joseph's inviting me onto his yacht. It's going to be a yacht of fun. I'm glad you're excited, but that doesn't mean you get to start throwing out puns. Why yacht, Amanda? Well, I gotta go get ready to go on my friend's yacht. I start to walk away, but Amanda stops me. Hey, in all seriousness, I hope you have fun. But make good choices, okay? But Dad... Don't stay out too late or you can't go to Jennifer Longworth's birthday party this weekend. She promised me she would propose to me and then ended up going with Logan Crutchfield. I'm not going anywhere near that party. Good bit, Dad. Good bit. I respond back to Joseph, letting him know I'll be there. A quaint marina compete with a local mom-and-pop shops and small diner frame the bay. I've gone for a few walks by the bayside to stare enviously at all the nice boats before. Joseph should be around here somewhere. Gosh, I feel this is fancy. I feel a little out of place. Hey, Ray! Joseph! Where are you? Up here! I look up. Joseph waves to me from atop a huge yacht. I've never been on a yacht before. You never forget your first. I glance at the name on the side of the boat. This St. Peter, huh? I inherited this thing from my pops. Real fire and brimstone type. Loved yachts. So what's the plan, Captain? I figured since last time went a bit sideways, we could cast our lot down on the open sea, wrestle with Neptune, set sail on the seas of adventure. You're kind of a goofball when you're not wrangling your kids, you know that? Joseph smiles and winks from his perch. I have no idea what you're talking about. Joseph hops down and extends a hand to me, helping me up under the yacht. I'm thrown off by how soft his hands are. Does he moisturize or what? Ray, stop thinking about his hands. Pure thoughts. You're going to be on a boat, alone, with Joseph, on the open ocean. It's a yacht. He's married. It's fine. This is fine. After undoing the mooring and climbing into his captain's seat, Joseph slowly takes the boat out, ringing the big steel bell with extra emphasis even though nobody else seems to be around. Shoving off, boat launching, man and boat launching as one. The St. Peter navigates out of the marina into the open water, with Joseph doing the occasional steering flourish as the boat bobs along the waves. He seems a lot more relaxed out here. Joseph is definitely in his element. This is the part where we wrestle Neptune, so please remove your shirt and roll in some talcum powder. Can do. I dramatically pull off my shirt, my dad bod illuminated in the reflection of Maple Bay's rippling water. I'm strong. Not bad. We might have to tag team Neptune together. I am suddenly worried that I haven't applied a strong enough SPF sunscreen and that I might get a sunburn. I put my shirt back on. For a while we watch the trees as the waves pass us by. Where are we going? A little further out. It's a lot quieter once we're out on open water. Plus, we could see whales. Whales are cool. I don't trust whales. Nothing should be that big. Noted. Joseph maneuvers the boat past the buoys. He sighs. Wish I could get out more often, but you know. Family, wife, saving souls. So many souls. I can barely hold them all. He's winking at me. I watched Joseph work his boat. Despite his age, he doesn't look like he's slowed down at all. From here, I can see how toned his muscles are. Impure thoughts. Joseph and I boat in silence as the boat bay gets smaller and smaller behind us. I decide to take a peek over the edge of the ship. The wake this thing kicks off is intense. I wonder if Joseph would ever let me water ski off his yacht. Hey, dolphins. Joseph, there are dolphins. So you're scared of whales but not dolphins? I feel like there's an unspoken truce between man and dolphin. I would be more than comfortable riding a dolphin into battle. Dolphins are way more dangerous. They sometimes drown their babies for fun, you know. Can I trust nothing on the open ocean? I like to think that I'm pretty cool. Alright, Joseph, it's you and me versus the entirety of marine life. I yell out to the ocean. I had lobster last week and I can't wait to eat more of you. You tell him, Ray. Here we are. Ray, welcome to the ocean. I look out into the vast expanse of blueness. Yep, that's the ocean. I'm suddenly struck with an overwhelming sense of claustrophobia despite being in a wide open space. I'm on a boat with a handsome man, a handsome married man, and there are whales beneath us. Nothing should be that big. It's a little daunting, isn't it? Do you trust the whales? You know, there are more dangerous things in the ocean than whales, right? Like tuna. Tuna is an apex predator. What about sharks? Sharks are tight. It's the tuna you gotta watch out for. And the whales. Hey, you want to look out wistfully over the sea with me? Joseph and I head to the bow of the ship to do some quiet contemplation, like dads do, you know? Quiet contemplation. I'm alone with my thoughts. Cool. I look out to the sea for a bit, then over to Joseph. He looks so commanding as he surveys the ocean. It feels like he really is at home on the water. What Mary said to me at the bar. I can't stop thinking about it. Is she right? But she's terrible to him. He's unhappy. He deserves better. I don't know what to think about this, but I feel so drawn to Joseph. I should say something. So, about Mary. Joseph continues to stare off into the distance. It's, well, if you really want to know. Suddenly, I hear a sputter coming from the engine room. Joseph runs over to the boat's controls and taps on some dials. I guess we could talk about Mary later. Oh, okay, so, we might have a small problem. What small problem? We are out of gas. The whales are gonna get us. The whales siphoned our gas. It's okay, we could just call one of my boat buddies come tow us back in. Joseph pulls out his phone. Just kidding, I can't do that because there's no service. I checked my phone. I don't have service either. Should we submit ourselves to the whales? Well, I do have an old radio, but it's broken. Are you handy? I'm a dad. If the radio is anything like frantically putting together a bike on Christmas Eve, it should be no problem. Let's take a look and see what we can figure it out. Joseph directs me towards the radio and showcases its insides. I don't know how radios work. I think there's just some frayed wires in here. If we can reattach them, we should get it working in no time. We stare into the interior. I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking at. I don't think Joseph knows either. I'm actually qualified to solve this problem, for real. I solder, I work with microelectronics, and I could rewire your radio. Please, somebody give me a job. I want to work so bad. You know what? Let's just throw some stuff around in there and see what works.
MacGyver that radio.
MacGyver that radio. Okay, wire. Oh no, I've opened Steam by accident. A quarter. A pencil. Here's a wire I can't seem to click on. Put that in there. A paper clip. Throw this screw in here. This looks important. Paper clip. Another wire. That looks important. Piece of gum. Condom. Another piece. Was that? That looks like a mango. Power. Yes! I fixed the radio. Hey, it works. The radio springs to life. Whoa, we did it. Joseph speaks into the receiver. Hello, hello, can anyone hear me? He tries a few other channels. Nobody responds. He might be a little far out. I don't think there's anyone in range. How big's the range? Well, this radio came with the boat when my dad bought it in the 60s, so it's not great. That's reassuring. Now what? Well, there's worse places to be stuck than a yacht. Wine? Wine. I could keep a couple emergency bottles below deck. Want to go grab some while I fiddle with the radio some more? Let's see. Wine. It's got to be around here somewhere. I'm examining the lounge. For an old yacht, this lounge is pretty high class. Wood panels on everything, leather couches. It's like an old Playboy photo shoot in here. Oh, a California king bed. Swanky. It's unmade and a little messy. Less swanky. For an old yacht, this lounge is pretty high class. There's some clothes strewn on the floor by the bed. Socks, slacks, yup, a pink polo shirt. I guess I now know if Joseph prefers boxers or briefs. This place seems a little lived in. For... side table. Hey, wine glasses. I must be hot on the trail. But no wine. I grabbed 2 glasses and back to searching. I look at everything on the shelf. There's a few photos on the wall. Looks like a picture of Joseph and Mary's wedding day. Nice grandpa glasses. Looking real slick, Joseph. Another picture of Mary on this very yacht. Quality 90s fashion. Mary still has her patented stink face, but at least Joseph seems happy on the water. Hey, it's the dads. It's a couple years ago. The gang's all here. Brian, Matt, Hugo, Craig, Damien, Robert. Wow, Robert's smiling and wearing a sweater. I know that sweater. And there's one guy on the end that I don't recognize. Hugo's ex, maybe? Hey, there's Joseph go-karting with the kids. That's fun. Looks like a bunch of different Bibles. On brand. A couple of old vet magazines. Wait a minute. Is this... Well. Now the hot body shoe is on the other hot body foot. If there's one thing Joseph does right, it's the odd stuff he puts between on shelves. I take a moment to closely examine what I think is an old submarine clock. And then there's crosses again. Boy knows his crosses. Really cool design, too. I take a look at everything else. A sturdy cabinet, a little dusty, but I bet there's some treasure in here. Look, you can tell a lot about a man by how seriously he takes his fire safety. Nice, Joseph, nice. A sturdy cabinet. There's flashlights. There's a solution to a different problem. Maybe if we're stranded out here for a couple of days and we run out of electricity, we'll need these. But the chief concern right now is wine intake. Hey, it's wine. A whole drawer full of wine. It's a yacht club miracle. Twilight Rouge, huh? Come to Daddy. Finally, time to get back up to Joseph. I bring the wine and glasses up to the deck to find Joseph still hunched over the radio. Ray, wine, good to see you two. Just in time for sunset. Didn't take you for a drinker. Haven't you heard? I'm a cool minister. How cool.
Oh.
I can land half of my kickflips. What is that, like 4? 5 on a good day. Pour me. Regular, pour. Now this is how you do stranded at sea. We clink our glasses and drink up. This wine's not bad. There's a hint of, grapes? You have a discerning palate. It might be grapes. Joseph and I lounge on our deck with our yacht wine, taking in the ocean air. The sun starts to dip below the horizon. We could be stranded out here forever. I can't think of anyone else I'd want to be stranded with. Just you, me, and all those whales. So many whales. You're killing the vibe. Revive the vibe, Ray. Generally, it takes 3 days and a gigantic stone door rolled in front of a tomb. But I think we can save it. I mean, there's something a lot prettier in front of me. Sweet, full-bodied. God damn, Joseph, this wine is so good. God damn. What's it like owning a yacht? Fuel prices on the rise. Yearly maintenance is a bit of the strain on the finances. Can't really take it out in winter. But sometimes you can have a party on your yacht and everybody thinks you're cool, so it evens out. Right, if you had a yacht, what would you name it? Oh, fuck you, whales. Salty swallow, long hard full of semen, and fuck you, whales. I'm taking fuck you, whales. I'm keeping on brand here. Raiding out on the side of the boat is basically asking them to attack. That's the goal. I'd be ready. You know where to find me, you cowards. I gotta take another sip of wine, but stop myself. Is wine an acceptable beverage in Margarita Zone? That it is, right? All beverages of leisure are welcome in the Margarita Zone. This is almost what he wanted, right? No responsibilities, no worries, other than possibly gnawing out here. And the whales. But yeah, I'd say we're in the zone. Joseph and I clink our glasses again. To the Margarita Zone. Wasted away again. R.I.P. Jimmy Buffett. Pour one out for my homie Jimmy Buffett right here on my computer keyboard. Rest in peace, Jimmy Buffett. If you have any salt shakers, we can arrange them into a pentagram to summon Jimmy Buffett. Well, I guess it works now that he's passed. Maybe he can save us. As a youth minister, I make pacts with neither the devil nor island jammers. If we're to get off this boat, it will be by the grace of God. Or Steely Dan? Beast? Steely Dan enjoyer? I knew I liked Joseph. Our laughter dies down, we're both silent, and we're looking into each other's eyes. Joseph leans in closer. I feel myself doing the same. This is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. I can't help but feel like doing this will only end up hurting someone else. But his face is real close to my face. Ray, I have to tell you something. Mary and I are done. I pull back. I think about the clothes strewn around the lounge, the undone bed. Are you living on this boat? I didn't want to mention it, but... He sighs, strolling back to the controls. I lean on the console. We had a very long talk, and it's unsalvageable. I'm staying here until everything is sorted out. Oh, I'm so sorry. If there's anything I can do... I'm fine, actually. It was a long time coming. For the first time in a long time, I'm seeing a path to happiness, and now I can focus on myself and stop trying to deny the things that make me happy. I need someone who will be there. Someone kind and honest. And you deserve that, Joseph. You really do. Anyway, I've been having this crazy feeling like there's someone who I could get in the habit of having around. Someone very close to here. Is it Wales? I mean you. Oh, I was trying to be subtle. I think I'm picking up what Joseph's putting down. I lead forward, closing the gap between us when Joseph grabs the receiver. Come in, come in. Is anyone there? No. Over. We're stranded out on open waters. We've been out here for hours. Please send help. Over. But wait, are you guys gonna kiss? I mean, what are your coordinates? Over. Ray, have you been leaning on the talk button this whole time? I look down. Oh, I definitely have been leaning on the talk button. Betrayed by my own butt yet again. I didn't lean on it. You leaned on it. Neither of you were leaning on the talk button. We didn't hear anything. Over. Hey, were you listening to us? Sir, we're here at the Coast Guard of Professionals. We are not doing that. But as professionals, it seems like you deserve happiness, and we think it's closer than you think. Over. How soon could you guys be here to give us a tow? Over. We'll, pick you up in the morning. It sounds like you two have some stuff to hash out. Over and out. Wait! Silence. Nobody returns our radio. I think they left. We stare at each other for a second. Well, Joseph carefully places the receiver on the table, making sure the talk button isn't pressed in. Well, okay. Joseph grabs me by the shirt and pulls me into a kiss. His lips are soft and sweet from the wine, and his skin is still warm from the sun. I reach for his belt and pull him even closer, running my free hand under his shirt and up his side. He pushes me against the boat's console, kissing down my neck. Come. His hands drift to my thighs and he effortlessly picks me up. Wow. Joseph carries me below deck. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't fantasized about this, but I didn't think he'd be so aggressive. I've waited for this for so long. He throws me onto the bed. I let out a little yelp. Lots of time to kill, Ray. We better get started. Joseph knows what he wants. Oh man, I might have overdone it on the wine last night. Just a few more minutes of sleep. Wait. I open my eyes to find Joseph a few inches from me, his arms slung around my waist. He's sleeping peacefully, his hair is mussed, and his lips still a little red. I think this is what I was talking about when we were discussing Margarita Zone, finding little perfect moments of joy, like the way the light falls across Joseph's face, or how he's still holding me tight even in his sleep. I'm very tempted to curl up closer to him and keep sleeping, but I know the Coast Guard will probably be here soon, and I'd like to be wearing clothes when that happens. I nudge Joseph. It takes a couple of shakes before he blearily opens his eyes. When he notices me hovering over him, he breaks into a huge grin. We should get dressed. Joseph pulls me in for a kiss. Do we have to? Another. Stop trying to tempt me. Fine, fine. Joseph deserves love too, okay, regardless of his faith. And this is happy. This is such a good ending for him. The Coast Guard pulls up and helps us and tows us home. Joseph and I step off the yacht and he walks me to my car. There's a missing word in there. I had a great time. Me too. No thanks to the whales. Shh, shh. You're on land now. They can't hurt you here. Take care, Joseph. You too. He gives me one last kiss on the lips before he turns around and walks to his boat. I've been gone an entire day. Hopefully Amanda is all right. Amanda, I'm... Dad! She runs up and hugs me. I was genuinely concerned about your well-being, but upon closer inspection, you seem to be okay. What happened? The yacht ran out of gas and we got stuck, but it was okay because I was on a yacht. Weren't you scared? Your father feels no fear. Were you able to take care of yourself for the night? Yeah, I just did a ton of drugs, vandalized a few cars, and then embezzled some funds from my school. All in all, a pretty low-key night. Where'd you learn that from? I learned it from you, Dad. Well, if you did, you would have funneled those funds through a legitimate cash and carry business. Fudging the books, of course, takes years, so you don't arouse suspicion from the feds. Rookie mistake, Panda. I'm glad you're back in one piece. Did you make good choices? Yeah, I think I did. But hey, I'm starving. Want to make sandwiches out of whatever we can find in the fridge? More than anything, Pops. How'd we do? Well, I mean, we spent the night with Joseph. And he definitely took leadership of us, for sure. That was only a B rank? Damn. We bottomed for Joseph, and that's all we got was a B? I guess B for bottom. Oh, we know Joseph's a top. I mean, it's clear from the way he treated us. I'm gonna call this episode of Dream Daddy there. We're gonna take a BRB. I intend to play a couple rounds of Fortnite, but we're gonna have to see exactly what that scenario is gonna look like. If anybody wants to jump in, by all means, let me know. I'm gonna send a couple messages, but I'm gonna take a BRB real quick. I'm gonna save this right here. And I'll see you in just a few minutes. And we're gonna play some Fortnite.